Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. Now, what you will have seen in our previous session is that Mahdi, he memorized some new verses. Now, it's no good if you memorize, but you don't have a system in place to revise what you have learnt. So there needs to be a system in place for that as well. Mahdi will have learned some verses yesterday. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to sit down with Mahdi and ask him what he learned yesterday, and then teach him how to revise those verses. So what I'd like you to do now, patiently listen. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum, Mahdi.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm good.
Alhamdulillah. Did you sit down? Okay. Have you had some water?
Yeah.
I can see there's quite a bit that's been drunk. Yeah? Okay, mashallah. So, Mahdi, what have you been learning yesterday?
I have been learning from Al-Haqqa till فَأَتَوْا رَسُولَ رَبِّهِمْ فَأَخَذَهُمْ أَخْذَةً وَابِيَةً.
Okay. So that would have been in total 10 verses, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. So these verses are from Surah Al-Haqqa, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what you've learned today is basically just follows on, doesn't it? From what you've learned yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you learn these verses as good as you've learned today? What I mean is, those verses that you've learned yesterday, were they as good as you've learned your new verses today?
It seemed like today's sabak was more stronger.
You see, today's sabak was more stronger. Well, we shall see, inshallah. Okay? So, what I'd like you to do, Mahdi, is, seeing as though you said you've memorized 10 verses yesterday, I'd like you to read first 7 verses for me 2 times. Could you do that for me, starting with Bismillah?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Al-Haqqatu mal-Haqqatu wa ma adraka mal-Haqqah. كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارية فأما ثمود فأهلكوا بالطاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر آتية سخرها عليهم 7 ليال و8 أيام حسوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية الحاقة ما الحاقة وما أدراك ما الحاقة كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارية فأما ثمود فأهلكوا بالطاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر آتية سخرها عليهم 7 ليال و8 أيام حسوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية.
Can you now read these verses without looking for me?
الحاقة ما الحاقة وما أدراك ما الحاقة كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارية فأما ثمود فأهلكوا بالطاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر آتية سخرها عليهم 7 ليال و8 أيام حسوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية.
MashaAllah. Can you now read from here to the end of 10th verse, please? With looking 2 times.
فهل ترى لهم من
MashaAllah. Can you try and read this without looking now?
فهل ترى لهم من باقية وجاء فرعون ومن قبله والمؤتفكات بالخاطئة فعصوا رسول ربهم أخذة الرب فأخذهم أخذة رابية.
Okay, MashaAllah. If you can now read from the beginning of this surah up to فَأَخَذَهُمْ أَخْذَةً رَابِيَةً with looking please.
الحاقة ما الحاقة وما أدراك ما الحاقة كذبت ثمود عاد بالقارية فأما ثمود فأهلكوا بريح طاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر آتية سخرها عليهم 7 ليال و8 أيام غدوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية فهل ترى لهم من باقية وجاء فرعون ومن قبله والمؤتفكات بالخاطئة فعصوا رسول ربهم فأخذهم أخذة رابية.
Okay, do you want to try without looking now?
الحاقة ما الحاقة وما أدراك ما الحاقة كذبت ثمود وعاد بالقارية فأما ثمود فأهلكوا بالطاغية وأما عاد فأهلكوا بريح صرصر آتية سخرها عليهم 7 ليال و8 أيام حسوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية فهل ترى لهم من باقية وجاء فرعون ومن قبله والمؤتفكات بالخاطئة فعصوا رسول ربهم فأخذهم أخذة رابية.
MashaAllah, well done, well done. That wasn't too bad, was it?
Yes.
You've done really well there. Do you think you read better than you've expected? You think so? I think you've done really well there. Okay? So, for tomorrow, what you will be doing is you will be memorizing from إني ظننت أني ملاق حسابية from there up to, shall we say up to, what would you like to read? Up to فَاسْلُكُوا
Yeah.
ثم في سلسلة ذرعها 70 ذراعا فاسلكوه. Up to there, inshallah. So how many verses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 little verses. Okay? So this is going to be your new sabaq, inshallah. And your revision is going to be from Al-Haqqa till what you have read today to me. Okay? You know the 9 verses that you read to me today, you're going to include that as part of your revision for me for tomorrow. Could you do that?
Yeah.
Inshallah. Jazakallah khair. So what you've seen there in terms of revision, what Mahdi did, first of all, he divided his yesterday's sabak into 2 halves. He read the first half 2 times with looking, and the 3rd time he read it without looking. In the same way he did the 2nd part. Once he did this, he read all of it 1 more time with looking, and then 1 time without looking. So in total what he did was, he read it 5 times. This was his yesterday's sabak. So long as a child follows this method, you will find that he or she will have achieved something for the day. And it's important that the child continues to do that, because the better the child follows this pattern, I can say inshallah, this child will go on to memorizing much more quickly, inshallah ta'ala. So on this point, I'd like to end. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.